In this video, I'm going to explain tree diagrams to you. Tree diagrams is a quick way for us to work out the probability of an event happening and work more effective. We could use a sample diagram, but sometimes the events gets more complicated and sample diagrams then becomes difficult to manage. So let's look at this example. If there are only red and green marbles in a bag and 5 of those marbles are red and 3 are green, so then we know there are 8 in total. So I'm just going to write that down as a reminder for myself. Dwayne takes a random marble from the bag. He does not put the marble back. He takes a second one random. What is the probability that he takes 2 different colors? So let's look and see what can happen. So first, if we look at what happened, so he can do one of 2 things. He can get a red marble, or he can take a green marble. And 5/8 of these marbles will be red and 3/8 will be green. Now look at what they say. He does not put it back. Right, so then we know there should be 1 less. And let's say he's already picked a red marble. Then for him to pick another red marble will be 4, because it's 1 less. He already has a red one in his hand. And now there's 7 marbles remaining. But he has a red one, so then it tells us there's still 3 green marbles. Or if he has picked a green one, then he will have 5/7 will be red. Again, for the same reasoning, because there's already 1, and then 2/7 will be green. So it says, what is the probability that he takes 2 different colors? Now, if you look at it, there's 2 possible paths that he could have followed. He could have done red and then green, or he could have done green and then red. So if we work on a branch, we multiply this together. So we're going, the probability of, so the probability of red and then green is going to be 5/8 multiply with 3/7. And the probability of green and then red is going to be 3/8 times with 5/7. So then if we look at the final probability, the probability of it being 2 colors, so I'm just going to write it like this, 2 different colors, is going to be this, what I've written in red, so that's going to be 15 over 56, and this is going to be also 15 over 56. So my final probability is 30/56, and then I just need to simplify it. Okay, so that's how you work out the probability of 2 events. So this, what we call in statistics, is without replacement. So that's a very important thing, that he does not put it back. So you need to make sure that when you read these questions, you read them very carefully as to whether actually something happens or it doesn't, whether something is put back or whether something is not put back. Okay, now we will look at another example. Let's say you were given 10 balls. 3 of them are red, 3 of them are blue, and 3 of them are green. 3 is drawn from this container, whatever you have, find the probability that all the balls are the same color. So if we look at the first event that can happen, you can draw one of the 3, red, blue, and green. So you have 3/10 chance of pulling a red, 3/10 of pulling a blue, and 4/10 of pulling a green. But now you already have a ball in your hand, so you have slightly less. So now you will have 2/10 if you again pull, sorry, not 2/10, 2/9. If you again pull a red, 3/9 or a third if you pull a blue, and 4/9 if that happens to be green. If you pull a blue ball first, then you would have a third remaining, 3/9 that it's going to be red, 2/9 that it's blue, or 4/9 that it's going to be green. If it was a green one originally, you pull again, so then you will have a third chance that it will be red, a third that it will be green, and a third, I wanted to say blue, sorry, blue in the previous one, and then green in this one. Okay, now I'm going to pull it again. So I'm kind of running out of space, but you can see what's going to happen. Your red will now be 1/8. So let's look at what it will look like. So you will have all red. You will have 3/10 multiply with first branch, then the second branch, 2/9, and then the last one will be 1/8. If you're on your blue branch, 3/10, 2/9, and then the next one is going to again be 1/8. So it's going to look exactly like your red, 2/9 and 1/8. And then your green, you have 4/10, 1/3, and then the next one will be 2/8, which is a quarter. So let's simplify that. That's 4/10, or let's calculate that, not simplify rather, and a third times a quarter. So what you need to do now to find this probability that they're asking you about here, the probability that all of them, you will find the answer to each one of these that's in the bracket, and you will add it.